guys, it's Netta, of course, and thank you for watching this video. So, y'all, I got a whole story time, all right? I was completely disrespected just for the single fact that I was a female. Continue to listen. So, guys, my my tire light has been going on and off for like a couple days or whatever. Not a couple days, but like a couple weeks. Like every time I put air in it, if it gets really cold, then the air goes down and then I gotta put tire in it again. Then I gotta put air in it again. So then it just became a point where it's getting winter, okay? So I need a new tire. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go get a new tire after work. So one day I was driving to get a new tire, mind you, as I was driving to get the new tire put on, because I had the tire, I had gotten my tires rotated, whatever. Anyway, I had a tire already, so I could just get my tire replaced, right? I'm driving to the tire place. As I'm driving to the tire place, my TPMS light comes on. You guys know what that means? It's the tire pressure monitoring system. You know what that means? It means, homegirl, you need a new tire because the shit's about to blow, okay? So I got to the car place, boom. It's kind of late. They have like an hour and some change before they close, right? So I get there, whatever, and I'm like, yeah, I would like my tire changed. And he's like, okay, we're kind of busy. And I'm like, okay, I could wait. Like, the fuck? I know, my light just came on. I want to be safe. Fix my tire. So he was like, oh, okay, whatever, it's gonna be like 10 minutes. I'm like, oh, okay, that's nothing. So I'm like, I'm just gonna walk to get some food, because by the time I walk to get some food and come back, my tire should be like changed, you know. My wheel lock was there, wasn't nothing missing, everything was where it was supposed to be. So boom, I get back. He's like, oh yeah, I can't do this tire because it's too cold, so I can't get the nuts off. They're stripped kind of, so you're gonna have to come back tomorrow morning. So I'm like, like that shit do not even sound right. So I'm looking for the guy that my dad told me to look for when I got there, but I didn't see him anywhere. The shop is but so big, so I really did not see him. So I called my dad, and my dad didn't pick up. So I'm like, freak it, I'm gonna just go home. Oh, actually, before I went home, I was like, are you sure this is safe to drive? Because my TPMS light is on, and I live in 45 minutes away. So he was like, oh, it's on, the light is on. And I'm like, yeah. So he was like, give me 1 second. I'm like, all right. So then he runs and gets like the air pressure thingy for the tires, and he lets all of the air out of my tires. He let some of the air, like some air out of every tire, so that it would like balance out instead of changing my tire. Y'all know how dangerous that is? Like, what if something happened? But anyway, we're gonna keep going. So boom, I leave. My dad calls me back, and he's like, oh, what happened? I'm like, oh, he said they couldn't change it because the nuts are stripped or whatever. I don't know. The screws are stripped. I don't know, whatever. So then he was like, all right, I'm gonna go with you tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, you need to, because they tried to disrespect me completely. So boom, my dad, he's there. He's like, oh, this is the guy I told you to look for. I'm like, oh, he wasn't there. He was like, no, I was here. I was just in the back, da-da-da. So then my dad is like, oh, come here, I want to look at her tire with you. So then they're looking at my tire, and he was like, oh, the guy that was here yesterday told her that he couldn't change it because everything was stripped. He was like, oh, nothing's stripped on here, da-da-da-da. I'm like, They look at my tire. My tire looked like this. Y'all see my tire? The wires were about to come out, okay? You know what that means? My tire could have busted or bust at any moment. That's why the TPMS light was on, because it was telling me, hello, this is what needs to be done. And you are supposed to be a professional at your profession of changing tires, and you should have changed my tire because you should have known that's dangerous. So I was like, I didn't even want to make a big deal out of it. I told my dad, you know, it was okay, da-da-da. So I'm just sitting there like thinking, and my dad, he's outside. He went to actually go look at the other tire, and the other tire was almost just as bad as that one. And so I had to end up getting both tires changed. It was like a long story. But yeah, I ended up talking to the manager, and I was like, I really feel disrespected that they did not Like, they just basically, like, I don't know. Y'all know what I'm trying to say? They just basically, like, pushed me out the way just so they could leave early or whatever. And I didn't want to say that in front of my dad because I didn't want my dad to, like, you know, start going crazy. I'm saying, because my dad's from New York. But anyway, I didn't want him to start, like, going off. So I talked to the manager myself, and I was like, I really feel some type of way because, you know, God forbid something did happen. You know, I obviously don't trust this place anymore. But these are my dad's friends, so he actually knew the owner. That's why I didn't want to, like, get in my, you know, get in my attitude because they got a little good friendship or whatever. But I was like, listen, I got to step to you because this is serious and it's bothering me. That should not have happened. So yeah, guys, that's just, I just felt like I only got shooed away because I was there by myself and I was a female. Like, that was it. And I seen the guy sitting in the back the whole time while I was talking to his manager, or the boss, the owner. I seen him sitting in the back, and he lucky I didn't, like, point out who it was, but I know that he's gonna look and see who it was because he was already like, as soon as y'all told me they were stripped and you couldn't take it off and they actually weren't stripped, I had a problem with it. And then to find out the condition of the tires, then he really had a problem with it. Like, don't do that to my customers. And he's the owner of it, because then that obviously makes him look like he's not running a good shop. But yeah, that was my experience being, what is that? Sexism? Is that sexism? That was my experience with sexism. Yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It was really nice of you guys to watch this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!